To say that everyone is a little bit autistic is very debilitating and gaslighting and invalidating to people that actually are on the autism spectrum. Because let's think about it. There is an entire demographic of people that are socially shunned out, isolated, ostracized, dehumanized, and treated as if they are less than. The ones that people push to the side, the ones that people kick to the curb, the ones that people just deem as insignificant. But yet there's another demographic of people that have rarely experienced that in their life. Or if they have experienced it, it's not like it's common. And if they have experienced it, it's not consistent everywhere they go, no matter what classroom they're in, what school they're at, what grade level, what job they're at, what organization they join, what sport they join. It doesn't matter. What friend group they're a part of, it doesn't matter. They continue and consistently deal with that type of energy from people, the people that are on the spectrum. So if you have not consistently had to deal with that type of ostracism, then you are not autistic. And we are all not a little bit autistic. Let me tell you, we all are a little awkward. We all are annoying. We all can be awkward at times. We all can be annoying at times. However, that doesn't mean that we all are autistic or a little autistic. No. Because do we say, oh, we're all a little neurotypical? We kind of all are. So, no, it's like, but think about it. When you are autistic, being awkward is a part of your personality. So it's like you can't really get rid of it. However, every awkward person is not autistic, but every autistic person is awkward. Because socializing is awkward for us. That's why we're very awkward, okay? But to say the least, we are the demographic of people that get isolated the most. And to say that we are all autistic, it's like, have you ever experienced that type of isolation? Have you experienced the type of ostracism of people just shunning you away from everybody? Have you ever been a social reject? Have you ever been the long-term outcast? Have you ever been an outcast your whole entire life? Have you ever experienced that? And if you haven't, then we are not all a little bit autistic. Stop trying to claim something that you don't have. Because if we all are a little bit autistic, oh, come on, I'm going to say it. If we all are a little bit autistic, then why aren't you all more accepting of autistic people? If we all are a little bit autistic, then why are we not all accepting of autistic people? I will say this shit till I'm blue in the fucking face. 2 days with these wires on my brace, I will still say this fucking shit, bro, because my teeth aren't hurting right now. It's weird how this shit works. But any fucking way, if we are all a little bit autistic, spoke it up. If we are all a little bit autistic, then why aren't you people more accepting of autistic people? Riddle me that. Explain that to me. Because if we all have these similarities, then why aren't you people more accepting? Why aren't you more welcoming? Why do you shun us out because we're so different? Why don't you accept our similarities? And why don't you accept our differences? Why do you shun our differences? Because you shun our differences, you barely accept our similarities. We are not all a little bit autistic. I keep clinking my teeth. We are not all a little bit autistic. We aren't. Autistic people are autistic and on the spectrum and different. It varies on the spectrum. But you are either on the spectrum or you're not. It's not one foot in the door. We all are a little bit. No. You can have things in common with autistic people because we are human. You can have certain hobbies that you all like to have. You all can have similar mannerisms. You can even be a little awkward at times. Who the fuck cares? But you are either on the spectrum or you are not. And those of us that are on the spectrum are proud on the spectrum. And those of you that are not, we have an emotion to say about people that are. And it's like, how y'all hating from outside the club? I can't even get in. Y'all never know what it's like to experience to be us. Y'all all say, oh, we are a little bit autistic. But let me tell you, motherfucking neurotypical something. You wouldn't last 24 hours being autistic because your brain couldn't handle the way our brain works. Your body could not handle how sensitive it is. Your heart would not be able to fathom how empathetic you really are and how much you want to cry every time you see something sad. You crying over things you don't even need to cry for. Until you realize what type of energy it's like to be so sensitive, to be so empathetic, to get so overwhelmed, you would not last 24 hours being us. You don't really know what it's like to be us. And as aggravating as we can be at times, how do you think we feel when we have to be the ones that have to live this way? I wouldn't, listen, we love being autistic. We love ourselves for who we are. However, sometimes we do get it the other side of the coin. Sometimes we like, damn it, sometimes I wasn't. Sometimes I wish I didn't have this. Sometimes I wish I didn't struggle this way. We have all thought it. We have all said it because we see how it fucks with us. It affects our daily life. However, we love ourselves and accept ourselves unconditionally, unapologetically, because we know if we were not autistic, we would not be who we are. It's just sometimes when the cons be conning, then it's like, damn, bro. When those flaws be flawing, when those struggles be struggling, when those difficulties cause difficulties, that's when it gets rough for us, okay? But y'all wouldn't last one day. Y'all wouldn't. And I love the fact that we are all awakening to the fact that we are autistic, because conversations need to be had about how you motherfucking humans are treating other humans. Y'all are all human, but yet you treating one demographic different than the other. Because that one's more sensitive, because those are more gifted, because they're actually the geniuses and use more capacity of their brain. You got to shun them out. You mad because they're smarter than you? You mad because they're stronger than you? You mad because they're more creative than you? You mad because they're more beautiful than you? Because a lot of autistic people are very, very beautiful. And that's why a lot of times people are they're surprised when they find out that a beautiful, autistic, when an attractive person, you find out that they are autistic, a lot of times it's hard to believe, because it's like, how can this beautiful, attractive person be autistic? Well, we are. Autistic people get married. Autistic people have children. Autistic people are parents. Autistic people are everything. We're doctors. We're lawyers. We're dentists. We're teachers. We're psychologists. We're therapists. We're construction workers. We're painters. We're planters. Creatives, artists, bankers, tellers. The list goes on. Bus drivers. The list goes on, because we are everywhere. You have encountered autistic people on more occasions than you thought you have, because you just didn't realize that they were autistic. But I guarantee you, if it was like the scarlet letter and it was like ND for neurodivergent and then NT for neurotypical, you would know who's who and who was not. And you would be surprised how many of us are out there. How many of us are? And I guarantee you one thing, two things for certain, one thing for sure. We're good people. Loving people. Some people got some wicked ways. There are some evil people that are autistic. I'm not gonna hold you. However, when you run into the good people, because just the way that you have good people and bad people in the neurotypical department, you have good people and bad people in the neurodivergent department. But one thing's for certain, you're going to run into more good autistic people than evil ones. And I feel like with the neurotypicals, I feel like you're going to run into more evil, mean, nasty neurotypicals than you actually run into good neurotypicals. Because there are a lot of them that are out there. But yeah.